What's crackalacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to another episode of How Much. So we're just going to jump straight into this episode, and the first player we're going to be looking at is Nyang, and again, his one to watch card. Now, if you're on Xbox at the moment, he's currently available for under 24,000 coins. Now, every single match day, Hype alone will take this guy to probably around 30,000 coins on Xbox. So you're guaranteeing yourself about 6,000 coin profit before he even plays, which is absolutely incredible for basically no work. It's the same logic on PlayStation at the moment. He's only 30,000 coins, and before match day he goes up to about 37,000 coins. So it's such easy money. Now, the good thing about one to watch cards at the moment is everybody's saying that they're not going to be included because of the next international break. Now, I think they are going to be included in the Team of the Week, but even if I'm wrong, we're only waiting an extra week to move on these investments, and we're still picking them up for a bargain. So it's a win-win situation. Right, guys, so the second player we're going to look at is going to be a favourite of mine. And I don't know why he's a favourite, because he's never performed. Well, he's had some solid games, but he's never got a goal or a Team of the Week card. But it's going to be Bailey, the centre-back from United. Now, he's an all-time low at the moment of about 41,500 coins on Xbox and 50,000-ish coins on PlayStation. Now, Hype alone will raise this guy about 5,000-6,000, which isn't the biggest profit margin. But with the way United are playing, and with Bailey back in the mix and starting again regularly for United, all he needs to do is put in another solid performance with a clean sheet and bag a goal to get a Team of the Week. Now, this isn't as safe as the other investments. Yes, you'll probably make a little bit of money, but it's not going to be worth the long period. If we're investing in this guy, we're in it for the long run. So if this guy was to get a Team of the Week card, the price of his one to watch card would go through the roof, just because of the amount of people that play Smalling and because of that partnership. It would be incredible and everyone would want it. So we're investing in this guy off possible potential. Yes, we're going to make a bit of money selling on Hype, but there's definitely better options. So this is that slightly riskier, slightly higher profit investment if you want to roll the dice. So guys, next we're going to look at a group of players on this video. So it's going to be players that are 86 rated or higher. So I'm just going to use an example. It's going to be Handanovic, an 87 rated player for 7,500 coins. Now this is absolutely bizarre to me, just because he's one of the premium players. He's almost a walkout, and at some point in some squad builder challenge, he's going to have a lot of value. It's the same with all the other big names. So you've got the likes of Cech, who's another goalkeeper, obviously. Buffon, who's still fairly cheap. Bonucci, Bazzagli. You've got so many different players that you could use for this example. Do your research and pick up the cheap ones. But the reasoning behind this is, I believe that we're going to see squad builder challenges that are very similar to the Footmas ones. Now, this is just my speculation and my guesswork. There's no fact, there's no rumours or anything like that. I am going to release another video which explains this a little bit better and explains why I think this. But while we're picking these guys up so low, I cannot foresee them dropping any more than this. And that's why I just feel like it's such a safe investment. Even if they hover around the same price and we lose a little bit of tax, we have so much to gain if they are required in any kind of big SBC. You can obviously minimalise your risk here. You can pick up players from the German League and from the Premier League, just in case the League SBCs come out, and then you cover two different angles. So you've got the likes of Hummels, who's absolutely ridiculously cheap at the moment. I think he's probably about 10k. Let's actually just check him. You've got the likes of Hummels, who's a big player anyway from the German League. You've got the likes of Ribery as well. You've got the BPL players like Cazorla, who's not quite as big, but then you've got the keepers like Cech, Lloris. He's about, 10, 11,000 coins. So these are the kind of players that I like at the moment anyway. Only invest in them again if you believe in them and you can see them having potential. Don't just blindly follow it and say, well, he says it's a good investment, so I'm going to pick it up. That's not how it works. Everyone's got different opinions. Just make sure you believe in it before you pick these kind of players up. Right, guys, so this is going to be the last potential investment we look at. It's going to be man of the match cards. Now, it's not going to be man of the match Son. He's absolutely insane. He's always going to have demand. His price is just a little bit too high for us to gamble with anyway, and I haven't even monitored him. But it's all these discard value man of the match cards. Now, if I am correct, and we do see squad builder challenges like we saw at Footmas, then all these special cards could have a use. So we use the Movember cards, we use the Scream cards, we use the Team of the Week cards. There are tons of Man of the Match cards on the market, and they are at discard value. Pick up good players well, not good players, but players from good leagues, good nationality, and good rating for cheap. And even if they're not needed at any point in the near future, you're still not going to use money because you bought them at discard value. On the flip side, if anything is included where these players are needed, we are going to make an absolute killing, just because nobody's looking at these investments at the moment except for us. Right, guys, so the last group of players we're going to look at are going to be the 84, 85 rated players that everyone's talking about at the moment. Now, if you invested a couple of days ago, or maybe even a day ago, you would have caught them at their cheapest point. You could have picked up 84s for about 1,600 coins. 85 rated Socrates was selling for about 2,400 on the market. It was absolutely mental. They have already recovered, and now that most people think that one-to-watch cards aren't going to be included in the next team of the week, all of the investments are going to be turned to this. Everybody's going to talk about it. Everybody who doesn't understand investing is going to pick them up, and hence the window is starting to close. And if I'm being honest, it's already closed. It's a little bit late to really get on board with this. If you do want to pick them up still, make sure you're bidding. You can still find discounts on bidding, and you can still find some great deals. But on the flip side, look at it a different way. So the last Squad Builder Challenge we saw released was a much lower rating because of how the new formula works. 83 rated players could be the new go-to card. Now this is a pretty bad example here actually, it's quite expensive. But if you can find any 83 rated players that are going for around discard value, or maybe 1,000 coins at most, you're not really risking anything with those kind of players. Slimani was about 1,000 coins the other day. Is he still around there? Yeah, about 1,000 coins. So if you do only need an 83 rated team, then you're going to be absolutely quids in with these 83 rated players because they're just so cheap. You can pick them up on bids for about 1,000 coins with some of them, if not cheaper. Again, do your research, understand why you're investing, and only invest if you believe in it. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of that video. If you did enjoy it, if you can drop a like, leave a comment with any questions, and subscribe if you're new, that'd be incredible. And if we could aim for 40 likes on this video, that would be amazing as well. I'm going to leave my Twitter down in the description, so do follow me on there because I'm always active on it, always speaking to you guys, tweeting out if I see any kind of deals, etc, etc. Anyway, guys, thanks so much again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.